Why, hello and welcome to learning how to replace the housing on your roller. So, sometimes your wonderful threaded rods decide they want to break right here. And when they do such a thing, it can be almost impossible to get them out. So we tried to remove this, but it's not taken. So we're going to actually go ahead and replace this. You can need to replace this for a couple of reasons, but main reason being that let's see, there we go, it's a little better. Yeah, so in order to replace this, we have our part here and we need to think about this for a second. All right, this side is oriented like this and the other side is opposite. See here, see how that's opposite there? So we need to make sure we're taking note of which direction to install this housing. So we're going to start off. We got some Allen screws here. This is a 6mm Allen key. We're just going to pop them loose. Take this pulley off first before anything. I like to take it all the way out here. Just makes it easier to get off. And I don't think there's one in here. No, there's nothing in that hole. So it's just two set screws holding in this bearing. And I'm guessing we have a key in there as well. I'll go ahead and just take these out. Now, if my theory is correct, we can go ahead and stick our flathead in here. That's not going to budge. So we're going to give her the little hammer treatment. Double check and make sure we've got no more things holding this thing in, which it doesn't look like we do. So we're going to give her some wax here. Make sure our vise is nice and tight, but not tight enough where we're warping our roller. We're just going to whack it. Okay, well, that's not working. Okay, so this wasn't working. Neither was the hammer. So I went ahead and busted out the bearing puller. What we're going to go ahead and do here is use this to pull off that pulley. I believe it's a 16mm. We're just going to take our handy dandy impact here and zip it on off. Should come right off nice and easy here. Oh, that's terrifying. Let's back up a little here. We're moving. Look at that. See, it even wants to leave. Beautiful. All right. So let's move on here. I need this guy again. So we decided to put it all back together. Look at all that crap in there. We're going to take all that out. So in here we have a split ring. We're going to go ahead and take some split ring pliers. Come on in here and grab this split ring off. Come on. Oh dear. Work with me. Oh, you're being tricky, aren't you? Oh, we're almost there. Come on. Work with me. There we go. Okay. Now that we got our split ring off, comes the job of getting this guy off. And hopefully it's a little nicer than that pulley was. Okay, so we went ahead and pulled out the Forbidden Tech for this one. You can see these aren't gripping very well. And that's the best I can really get it to go. So we're gonna send it and pray that we can get it to move a little bit and then readjust those grippers. So let's see. Yeah, we got a little bit of movement. Let's try to knock these grippers in. Alright, let's see if it'll come all the way now. Without killing ourselves. There she goes. Beautiful. Right, so now that we've got our housing out, I'm going to go ahead and salvage this bearing out of it and put it in the new housing because it's still a good bearing. And there's no reason to toss it. So we're going to go in here with our split ring pliers. Sorry if it's hard to see. I'm doing my best here. Just come on in, get them started in there. Squeeze. This can be a little tricky. Snap rings and I don't get along very well. And there we go. And then we're going to do the same thing. Turn you guys down a little bit so you can see better. Around. Now we're gonna get this same thing on this side. Big old split ring, snap rings. Ah, these scare me so much. That's okay. Look at it. Ah. Okay, I did end up getting that split ring out. Just took a lot longer because it was hard. We're gonna go ahead and try to tap out this bearing. I don't recommend using a hammer like this, but if you're careful, it'll work as long as you hit it right on the right spot here. And you're still gentle. The chances of damaging the bearing are high, but if you're gentle and slow, you will come out like that. There we go. Now we got our bearing. Let's give her a good clean. How about that, huh? Clean her off a little bit. Makes it a little easier to reinstall when we get there, which will be our next step, actually. Okay, so now that we have our bearing out and clean, we're going to take the oil that I have here, put a little bit on the outside edge. You don't have to do this, but I find it makes it a little bit easier to put it back in to the new housing. Line it up, and then we're going to take a softer hammer than we did before, and we're just going to give her a few whacks. Being difficult. I'll be back once it's in. Now that we've got her in, you want to make sure it's in the middle here because we need to put both of those snap rings back in to here. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys down for a second, put those split rings in, and so we've got both our snap rings seated in place, locked in. It's time to go back on the shaft. We got our roller back in the vise. We got our new housing here with its bearing put back. Double check, make sure the bearing is still good after hammering on it. Yep, she's still solid. Now remember, this needs to go on opposite of this side. So if this side looks like this, I'm not a very good recorder. I need to get better at that. So we have the housing facing like this. That means on that side we need to put it on like this. So we're going to go ahead, stick it on there best we can. Now, I'll save you all the liberty, but I'm going to hit this on with probably a socket, put some more oil on here, and pound it all the way in. So I ended up just taking the mallet here, gave her some good solid whacks. As you can see now, we're all the way on there. And we can go ahead and get our split ring back on. Put you down for a second here. Go back on your split ring. And we'll take a flathead, push it on there. Make sure it'll click. Boom. Click. Snap ring in place. Time to go to the pulley. Got the pulley started. We're going to hammer it on. But we need to keep in mind we need to leave about a 1/4 inch gap between the pulley and the housing. Try to hit each corner. Almost there. I like that. Okay. So, focus. We're sticking out just a little bit here. You can see we've got just a small gap between these two. That's what we're looking for. So now we're going to throw our screws back in here. So now we're going to check. Screws are solid. Pulley's not moving at all. I like the location of it. Nice little 1/4 inch gap here between the housing and the pulley. We're going to look at our orientation here. See, we got the hole on this side and the ridge on top. We'll go to the other side. Hole on the other side, ridge on top. So we have it oriented correctly, and we'll be able to put a new threaded rod in there. Yeah, that's how you replace those. Thanks for watching.